All right, today we're going to do something really cool. We're sending a payment on the Stellar blockchain. But here's the twist. We're not using some fancy app. Nope, we're doing it with pure code. And we've got an AI partner who's going to write it all for us. Ready? Let's jump right in.
So, are you ready to send money with just code? It might sound complicated, but you're about to see just how easy it is to move value anywhere in the world in just a few seconds with nothing but a few plain English instructions for our AI guide. Okay, so every good adventure needs two things, right? A map and a guide. And for our little coding mission today, we've got two awesome digital tools that are going to help us find our way around the Stellar network. And this really lays it all out. Think of it like this. On the left, you've got our map. That's the Stellar SDK. It's the official library. It knows all the roads, all the rules, all the complex blockchain stuff so we don't have to. And on the right, that's our guide, Claude, our AI coding partner. We're going to be vibe coding with it, which is just a fun way of saying we'll talk to it in plain English, tell it what we need, and it's going to read the map and write the code for us. It's an amazing partnership for getting stuff done fast. All right, first things first. It's pretty logical, right? You can't send a letter if there's no mailbox for it to go to. Same deal here. We can't send a payment if there isn't an account ready to receive it. So that's our very first job, creating that destination.
And just to be super clear, we're not using real money here, don't worry. We're playing on the Stellar Testnet. Think of it as a free sandbox, a practice area for developers. Our whole goal right now is to just create a brand new, fresh account that can catch the payment we're about to send.
And this is where the magic happens. This is vibe coding. Instead of spending hours digging through docs, we just ask. We literally give Claude this exact prompt. Look how simple it is. We're telling it to 1. Create a new key pair, 2. Fund it using FriendBot, which is just a cool tool that gives you free test money, and 3. Make sure it all works by checking the balance. It's just like talking to a super smart programmer who does exactly what you say.
So what's that code actually doing behind the scenes? Well, it's these 3 simple steps. First, it generates that new identity, the public and secret keys. Then it hits up FriendBot for some of that free test XLM to actually bring the account to life on the network. And finally, it double-checks the blockchain to make sure, yep, the account is there. Simple, logical, and totally automated. Love it.
Okay, our receiver account is set up and it's just sitting there, waiting. Which means it's time for the main event. Let's build the actual transaction and send some digital cash from one account to the other.
But wait, before we hit send, there's a really important security thing we got to talk about, the sequence number. The easiest way to think about it is like the number on a check. Every time you send a transaction, that number on your account goes up by 1. Why does that matter? Well, it makes it impossible for a bad guy to grab an old payment and try to cash it a second time. It's a super clever, simple fraud prevention tool. And the best part, the Stellar SDK takes care of it all for you. You don't even have to think about it.
And speaking of practical, look at this number. This is one of the things Stellar is famous for. It's just so efficient. The base fee for a transaction is, well, tiny. It's 1/1,000,000th of a single lumen, which is basically a fraction of a penny. That's what makes sending money across the world on Stellar actually makes sense. Okay, back to our AI buddy. Time for round 2 with Claude. We're going to ask it to write a function for us. We'll call it send payment. And just like before, we spell it out. We tell it the inputs we need. A sender, a receiver, and amount. And then we map out the basic steps. It's that same pattern. We describe what we want to happen, and we let the AI figure out how to write the code.
And the code we get back? It follows this exact 5-step playbook. And I mean, every single payment on Stellar follows these steps. First, load the sender's account to get that latest sequence number. 2. Build the actual payment. 3. Sign it with a secret key. That's you proving it's really you. 4. You submit the whole thing to the network. And 5. You get that confirmation back saying, yep, we got it. This is the universal recipe for a Stellar payment.
So, we've talked to the AI, we've run the code, and our terminal screen says success. But how do we really know? This is a blockchain after all. We don't have to just trust the computer. We can get cold, hard proof. So let's go find it.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? For any developer, for anyone sending money. Did it actually work? Is the payment there? The beautiful thing about a blockchain is you don't have to guess or wonder. You can just go and see for yourself.
And the reason we can do that is because the Stellar ledger is public. It's permanent. Once a transaction is successful, it's basically carved in stone in this massive, shared, global database, forever.
It's a permanent record that anyone, anywhere can look at. It's the ultimate source of truth.
And here it is. This is that truth. When you look up the transaction on a block explorer, this is what you get. It's like a perfect digital receipt. You see the status, success, the exact timestamp, the amount, who it's from, who it's to, even that little memo we added. And that long string of characters at the bottom, the transaction hash, that's its forever ID on the ledger. We actually did it. The payment is there, it's done, it's real.
So think about what we just did. In just a couple of minutes, we went from a simple idea typed out in plain English to a real, settled transaction on a global blockchain. It's pretty amazing. Your first payment is officially on the ledger. So now the only question left is, what are you going to build next?